These could be used to obtain the target on radar, decide the best moment to attack, and lock on to infrared emissions from the enemy's engines. HOTAS enabled one man to operate the radar and also manage Firestreak or Red Top guided missiles, packs of rockets, or twin 30mm guns. A single hit with a missile would destroy most aircraft. At low speeds in the airfield circuit, and low meant maybe 300 knots, the Lightning was an absolute joy to fly. '74 Squadron, based at Coltishall, became the first operational Royal Air Force Lightning unit. At the Farnborough Air Show, they put on an impressive display at full squadron strength. When the Lightning entered service almost 30 years ago, the McDonnell Aircraft Company in St. Louis was flight testing the first F-4 Phantom IIs. It had two advanced J79 engines with variable inlets and variable nozzles. Designed as a carrier-based interceptor for the Navy, the Phantom proved to be an aircraft of extraordinary capability. It had a crew of two, the backseater having charge of the extremely powerful radar. Structurally, it was almost unbreakable. The internal fuel capacity was tremendous, and in any case, the mission could be extended by air refueling. The early F-4B version was equipped for catapult launches and arrested landings, and normally carried 4 big radar-guided Sparrow missiles and 4 close-range Sidewinder missiles. Perhaps above all, the Phantom could carry a mighty and varied load of weapons, fitting it for almost every kind of fighter mission. The Air Force was so impressed it adopted this Navy airplane and equipped tactical wings with the F-4C and then with the F-4D, in which the equipment was specially selected for land-based operations, including ground attack with bombs, rockets, and smart precision weapons. In Vietnam, the F-4 was unquestionably the #1 warplane. The Big Sparrows downed many hostile aircraft. Sometimes a cannon pod was carried externally, and at close range, the gun was often lethal, even against such an agile target as the MiG-17. As the conflict in Southeast Asia dragged on, the Phantom replaced older aircraft types, and towards the end of the war, the upgraded F-4E introduced a slatted wing and an internal gun. It was by far the greatest fighter of its era. In contrast, Sweden can never hope to build fighters in great quantities, but it builds very good ones and has had no failures. The latest type in service is the Saab Viggen, or System 37. The Viggen has a big wing and a flapped canard foreplane, partly for combat maneuverability and partly to give it a very short takeoff and landing. Unlike some countries, the Swedes know that should its air force ever have to go to war, nothing parked on a regular airfield is likely to survive. So they design their fighters to operate from country roads and other dispersed and hidden locations. The JA-37 fighter version can carry 4 Skyflash missiles, probably the best radar-guided missile currently in service, and sidewinders. There is also a powerful gun. Using the advanced multi-mode radar display, Swedish pilots have total confidence that their Sky